Hello, how are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
Fine. Discuss how to set boundaries in relationship and stay tuned to yourself.
Absolutely. Setting boundaries is so important for healthy relationships. It helps ensure that your needs and values are respected. It's all about clear communication, knowing your limits, and being consistent. If you want, I can dive into some specific tips or examples.
For example, in teaching,
Absolutely. In teaching, setting boundaries is essential for maintaining a healthy classroom environment and your own well-being. For instance, you can set clear expectations about communication at the times you're available for questions, and also maintain a balance between being approachable and keeping a professional distance. It helps create a respectful and effective learning space.
what's one boundary you have set recently that help you feel more at peace?
One boundary I've set recently is limiting my screen time in the evenings to ensure I have some wind down time before bed. It's made a big difference in how relaxed I feel and improve my sleep quality. It's amazing how something small can have such a big impact.
Why do you think it's sometimes hard to say no to people you care about?
I think it often comes down to a fear of disappointing them or feeling guilty about letting them down. We also want to maintain harmony and show that we care, which can make it hard to assert our own needs. But setting boundaries is really about respecting both your own need and the relationship, and it gets easier with practice.
Have you ever felt drained because you did not set a boundary? What did you learn from that experience?
Oh, absolutely. There have been times when I didn't set clear boundaries, and it definitely left me feeling mentally and physically drained. Uh, the biggest lesson I learned from that is the importance of self care and how setting boundaries actually helps everyone in the long run. It keeps you more present and effective, and it also fosters healthier, more respectful relationships.
How can you tell when someone respects your boundary versus when they are trying to cross them?
That's a great question. When someone respects your boundaries, they acknowledge them without resistance, they honour the limits you've set, and there's a sense of mutual respect in the interaction. On the other hand, if they try to push past your boundaries, they might dismiss your limits, get defensive, or try to negotiate them in a way that makes you uncomfortable. It's all about the overall vibe and how they respond to your needs.
What area of your life do you struggle with setting boundaries the most, like work, friendship, family, etc., and why?
I think a lot of people find it challenging to set boundaries with family because there's a long history and emotional connection that can make it harder to assert limits. It can sometimes feel like you're being disrespectful, even when you're just trying to protect your own peace. But with practice and open communication, it definitely gets easier.
Do you believe setting boundaries strengthen or weaken relationship, and why?
I definitely believe that setting boundaries actually strengthens relationships in the long run. It fosters mutual respect and trust because both parties understand each other's limits and needs. It helps prevent resentment and burnout, and it ensures that the relationship is built on a foundation of clear communication. So it's definitely a positive.
How do you stay true to yourself when others have different expectations of you?
It definitely can be tricky, but it's all about knowing your own values and priorities, being clear about what you stand for and what you need. Helps you stay authentic, even when others have different expectations. It's also important to communicate openly and kindly. Sometimes you have to say no or compromise in a way that still honours your own path. It definitely takes practice, but it gets easier over time.
What advice would you give to someone who feels guilty after setting a boundary?
I would remind them that setting boundaries is actually an act of self care and respect, both for themselves and for the other person. It's important to remember that it's okay to prioritize your own well-being, and that doing so actually helps maintain healthier and more honest relationships. It can also help to reframe the guilt by focusing on the positive outcomes, like greater authenticity and less resentment. Over time, it definitely gets easier.
Can you set boundaries and still be kind and loving? How?
Absolutely. You can definitely do both. The key is to communicate your boundaries with empathy and clarity. You can be firm about your needs while also being compassionate and understanding. Using kind language, expressing appreciation, and showing that you care can make a big difference. It's all about maintaining respect and kindness while also taking care of yourself.
What does being true to yourself mean in your relationship?
Being true to yourself in a relationship means honoring your own values, needs, and beliefs while still respecting your partner. It involves being authentic and open about who you are, what you want, and what you need, rather than compromising yourself to please others. It also means being honest and communicating openly, even when it's challenging. Ultimately, it helps build a more genuine and fulfilling connection.
Thank you very much for today.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you ever need anything else, just let me know. Have a wonderful day.